Hello. Today's meditation is for when you feel drained, when either you've given too much of yourself to a situation or to a person, or you just simply haven't taken the time to replenish yourself and it's built up over time. And we're actually going to begin on our backs today. So either put out your yoga mat or lie down on your bed, but not if it's in the morning or late at night. I don't want you to fall asleep. So lie down if it's the middle of the day, you know you're not going to fall asleep, or put a yoga mat out on the ground. Bring your knees together and let your feet walk out wider than your knees, almost like you're pigeon-toed. And this is going to cause the thighs to kind of relax a little bit. The inner thighs will roll inwards towards each other. The outer hips will feel like they're wrapping around. And your low back, your sacrum will feel supported. And just begin by slightly moving the knees left and right, almost like a mini windshield wiper. And as you move it to the right, pause and breathe into that left groin, left outer hip, left inner thigh. And as you swipe your knees to the left, breathe into that right outer hip, right groin, and right inner thigh. And slowly let the knees go back and forth until they come back into center. And now feel your breath. Feel your breath into that pelvic center. This is what we're going to focus on today. And as you breathe into the pelvic center, imagine that you are just filling it with light. You're giving it space. You're clearing out the old gunk that's in there. With every inhale, visualize light coming into the pelvic center. And with every exhale, just release. Release any of that tired, stuck, pleasing, stressful, perhaps old energy that's in there. And by the pelvic center, I mean the area from about the belly button, the frontal hip bones, wrapping around the back of the waist, the upper sacrum, and down towards where the pubic bone and the tailbone meet. So breathe into this whole area. And imagine that the breath is something tangible, right? It's something that you can feel. And almost imagine a stick of taffy, and when you pull on it slowly, it stretches and it gets longer. Do the same thing to the breath. Slowly stretch it out by making a little bit longer. So every inhale and every exhale takes a little bit longer than the one before. And continue to breathe. Continue to fill the center with light, with energy, with clarity. And now place one hand on your navel and place the other hand over your heart. And as we connect to these two very important centers energetically, connect to that place inside of you that knows that everything's okay. Okay, connect to the part of you that's not the physical you. Connect even deeper than the energetic you. Connect to that part of you that is pure potential. Because pure potential is never destroyed. It's always there. And as you connect to your heart center, find that same expansive breath and begin to invite energy and light into the heart center. So if you're a very visual person, imagine a color. It could be clear, it could be white, it could be golden yellow like the sun, or it could be any color on the color spectrum as long as it's vibrant and alive. Don't pick anything that feels muted or, worn out. Pick a color that signifies life, clarity, joy. And you can imagine breathing in that color into the pelvic center, into the heart center, almost like a balloon where it slowly fills and then it slowly softens. And there's a pulsation between it filling and it softening. And just give yourself this moment. Give yourself this moment of gratitude for all the energy that you've expanded, that you've given out, and that you continue to give out. And don't worry, don't think about whoever it is in your life that's taken this energy from you, or that situation maybe that's drained this energy from you. Let that person or let that situation be free of judgment. Just let it, almost imagine it like a picture on a wall. It's just there. It doesn't have to affect you unless you walk up to it, right? And start touching it and thinking about it. Let it go. Let that picture stay on the wall. You just focus on yourself. And take this moment and find gratitude for all the work that you do, for all the energy that you give out. Truly find gratitude. I am grateful. Thank yourself. Honor yourself. Recognize yourself. Because this is you. This is pure potential. And then draw your awareness back to that pelvic center, because this is the center that gets depleted, right? In Chinese medicine, there's the belief that our kidneys, energetically, not the actual organ, so to speak, are sort of our extra batteries, like our backup generators. When you think about this in scientific terms, you have the adrenal glands, which are right next to the kidneys. They secrete cortisol, so in times of stress, they are overworked. We have something called renal fatigue. So it makes sense that this area can be depleted, and it can also be re-energized. This is your chance to re-energize it. Just continue this breath, visualizing energy coming in and clearing out the old stuff. You could almost imagine a sink that's kind of clean, but it needs a good scrubbing, right? The edges are, there's a little soap scum or there's a little dirt. And what you're doing here is, as you breathe light into the pelvic center, it's almost like taking water and your, sponge with soap and scrubbing out those areas that have scum, that have dirt on them. That scum and that dirt represents stuck energy, heaviness. You want it to be all clear and light. As you continue to breathe into the pelvic center, continue to fill it with light. Continue to connect to that gratitude inside your heart. And then from here, we're just going to take a few deep breaths together. And as you inhale, fill the pelvic center with this energy and light. Fill the heart center with light. And even imagine the skull, right? That center of thinking on a physical level, and also on an energetic level. It represents the connection to the beyond, to the world beyond us. So imagine filling the pelvic center, the heart center, and the skull center with energy and light as you inhale. And as you exhale, imagine that you're washing it all clean. And inhale again, fill this space, draw energy in. And as you exhale, wash it all clean. And one more breath, draw your energy and draw in clarity, find gratitude for you, for all of your potential. Fill your inner self with that potential and wash it clean from the inside as you exhale. And now for a moment, just before we end, think of that situation or that person, right? That image of a picture on a wall that I said, just leave it there, right? Don't keep walking over to it and examining it. And imagine it's still there. And I'm going to give you a choice. You can either keep the picture there, because maybe that situation or that person is still going to be in your life and it's not going to change. You just have to learn how to replenish yourself so you can deal with it effectively. Or if there's a potential for changing it, you can take that picture and either turn it around or completely remove it from the wall. Now, there's no value, judgment to whatever choice you make. But just know that there always is a choice. You can always find the good in every situation, one tiny aspect of good, and then replenish yourself so that you can maintain yourself in it. Or you can change the situation, or you can walk away from the situation. You always have a choice. The worst choice is to stay in the situation, continue to find all the faults in it, and never replenish yourself. Because then you're in a place of complaining and being drained. So I challenge you, fill yourself with light, replenish yourself, connect to the gratitude inside of you, wash yourself clean, and then make the choice about the situation you're in and how you choose to proceed. Take a deep breath, stretch. Either reach your arms overhead or out to the sides, and maybe stretch your legs straight. You could also hug your knees in your chest and take a little twist. Roll over to your side, and welcome back. Namaste.